Okay, with this video I'd like to tell you that the so-called Native American, the Native American Indian, that idea, the idea fed to you through history, through movies, and all of that is in fact a hoax. And that's a fact. Alright, and now I'm going to go through and explain that to you. Please take a look at this picture. Take a look at the so-called ceremonial axes. Alright, the axe to grind. Do you notice that shape and what that is? That's nothing more than the Masonic compass. You see it now? Do you see the upside down cross on the chap in the middle? Like the back of the so-called Pope's chair. Alright? I would also like you to take a look at these people. And I'm going to give you a little a lesson on what happened. The person known to you as King George, the bad King George, is the same guy known to you as George Washington. Alright? The so-called Declaration, and I call it of interdependence, because here's a fact: no man can give you freedom, period, none. You don't fall under that nonsense. You don't fall under some piece of paper signed by men. You're free through Christ. You're free through Jesus Christ. You're given the Comforter and the true living water, and you see that this is all nonsense. You see this is gibberish. You see this is costume jewelry around their neck. All right, I'm going to relax and continue with what I was saying. So then, the Declaration of Interdependence, the false man freedom given to you in lieu of your true freedom through Christ. Anyway, 4th of July, 1776 is the year and the date that you know. The actual year would be 3776. 3,776 years since the first day of creation. That's it. Alright, just so you know. The Chumash Indians, I had to put up with these guys in school. The fictitious. Now, here's the thing. These tribes are fictitious. These people just did not exist. You have to understand, you only have the, and I'll get to the type of people I'm dealing with, but you only have types of people, or people coming from the area today known as India, Pakistan, the northeastern Caucasus area, that whole area, which involves, guess what, the so-called white skin, the so-called Asian skin, the so-called brown skin, and in fact the so-called black skin, all varying degrees of melanin. All right, these are all made up. This Indian troop, that's a white dude pretending to be an Indian. Alright? That's a hoax. You notice the kid sees right through it. These other idiots. This guy even thinks it's real. I'm sure of it. The only one who sees it is the kid. Like, you're full of beans, man. Period. Anyways, these are called the Winnebago Indians. That dude you can see is from what would be modern-day Pakistan. That dude from the so-called Egypt, Middle East area. This Manila, downtown, chucking rice, you'll see her. Indian into the, a little bit of Spanish in there. Bit of the chubby checker going on here with the sun signs. Do you see that internal? Man, do you see that represents the polar system? That's the inside. That is the shape of the inside of a magnetic field, man. Look right here. Look at this. This would be the swastika, the 47 idea. I told you that. Notice these guys are nothing but pagan heathens that came over just to fill more land. It's always been like this. There was no cowboys and Indians running around. There was no Custer's Last Stand. There was no blankets filled with disease. and Wounded Knee and Little Bighorn. Shush with all that nonsense. Look at this guy. This guy's ethnic Chinese. He looks just like so-called Sitting Bull. Complete mainline Southern Chinese. Absolutely. Into the Korean area. This guy, straight Chinese. Period. Alright?